when we're cutting with curly hair, we're always going to want to find the belly of the curl, what we call the belly of the curl. So finding that curl formation where we cut through it and we get a really nice curl formation. So here on Giselle, we've prepared with our curl shampoo and conditioner. We've gone in with our Curl Whip leave-in conditioning mousse, and then I detangled with our surface detangling comb just to gently move in this curl. We're going to be able to encourage a lot more curl into Giselle's hair by using our surface curl product, as well as how we execute the haircut. So I'm going to start here in the back, just moving that hair nice and keeping that hair nice and loose in the curl. I'm going to come in, I'm going to use my surface clip to section, and then I'm going to begin my haircut by actually letting that hair sit freehand. We'll divide it in the center, and we're just going to come through this wave of the hair right here. So I'm going to come in with my contour shear, I'm going to turn, work my shear right across, no tension at this point. Then we'll come back, and with my surface contour I can work the other way. And back through. So now we've got that really nice support area. You can see how that curl just bevels under beautifully by cutting that down. I'll now drop down the rest of Giselle's hair. We'll drop that down. I'll take my next section. This time I'm going to section with the comb, just so I have a little more control. So using my TK2 comb, I'm going to section off here. And we'll section off here. And on this next section, I'm going to work with my surface razor. And we're going to leave the hair a little longer on this next section and get longer as we come into the front. So as I come in here now, I'll take section in the side, comb it down, release the tension, and then very softly just shatter off that curl over the top. So it'll be a very soft edge. Coming in again with the surface razor and just shattering off that underneath. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll come back into the front. Having completed my full back, now we can see that Giselle's curl, the formation on the length, is just curving really nicely here through here. I will now continue with my surface razor, using the large side of my TK2 comb. I will comb this hair nice and gently, working all the time with my Trinity Protein Tonic. My Amaranth Protein is going to help to strengthen and tighten the bonds on the inside of Giselle's hair. So this is going to allow me to have a nice curl formation building on the inside as well as the outside. As I come through here, I'm just going to use my surface razor, holding the hair nice and tight in my fingers, and I'm just going to shatter my line down and just blend out into that nice length in the front, keeping it nice and soft, so my curls afterwards will be nice and soft. So having completed the other side with my surface razor, I'm now going to take some weight out of the center back. I'm going to take a section here. I'm going to take it about the width of the comb, where the comb comes off the head. That's going to be the width of my section. So just on that curve of the head, I'm going to use the large side of my TK2 comb just to keep the tension nice and soft. I'm going to elevate this hair back out through here. And we can do this all in one section, but it just softens the interior and will allow these curls to be a little more free. So when we come to styling, we're going to have much freer curl. So combing it out, just finding the longest point on the top, I'm going to take my surface razor and just very lightly shatter down with a slight concave layer, just to give me that length out in the bottom. Just let that hair be loose now. You'll see the curls start to pop in. And now I will just blend that hair at the side. So directing the hair back to my last guide. I will blend out any hair that reaches back to be cut, so it gets longer towards the front. So the curl is going to support curl and push curl all the way towards the front. I'll now repeat that on the other side. Now, with Giselle's haircut complete, we're now going to prepare it for color. We're going to prepare it by applying our curls mask. We're going to apply our curls mask, we're going to bake it in, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see Sara Gallagher do some great curls and color.
When coloring curly hair, it's important that we make sure that it has an equal protein and moisture balance. It's already been prepared with our curls make, which has allowed the curl to have a nice even pattern. In addition to that, it's important to take a look at the curly pattern and see where it will capture the light and where it will give that best reflection of light as well. So to begin, we're going to make sure to use our curl serum, and just a couple pumps of our curl serum on our hands is going to protect from frizzing out the hair. Because when I get into this hair just to separate it and then get in with my color placement, I want to make sure to keep the integrity of the curl pattern. So we're going to prepare with a technique called cherry picking, as well as we'll use our surface balayage wand. With the curl serum on our hands, we'll now start to work through that hair and just slightly separate that curl pattern, really working with the natural movement of that curl. That curl serum is allowing me to just lightly glide through without getting any frizz. This will then create my sectioning that's slightly irregular, so we have a natural fall of our color placement. We're going to begin our face frame balayage and work with cherry picking and our surface balayage wand. We have pure blonde with 40 volume in one shot. So we'll load our balayage board here from surface, living on the left-hand side because I'm right-handed. And I'll also work with a sponge for curly painting. This will allow me to paint on the hair without getting any tangles. With cherry picking, we take a look at the movement of that curl, and I really want to show off this curl pattern, and I love how the light just reflects off the bellies and the curves. So we'll pick this curl up, respecting more of an organic, rooty feel for dimension, and we'll take the sponge and we'll just lightly start to paint on our pure blonde. And you can see how smooth that pure blonde lays on top without snagging the curly hair. And the sponge allows us also to blur slightly to the root so she can get the maximum out of her color placement. We'll give that hair an opportunity to absorb the pure blonde. We'll lift, and then we'll slightly push those ends, make sure that it's nice and saturated so we get a nice pop of color. Now that we've cherry picked all along the red zone, making sure that the highlights are separated and have enough depth in between for maximum multi-dimension, we're going to go through with our surface balayage wand just for some very soft and subtle balayage pieces. This will give a nice sun-kissed type of look. So we will load the pure blonde on the chevrons right through here. Take the ends of the hair and slightly elevate, and now we're going to take the wand, dip it in on an angle, slowly feed that hair into the chevrons, and you can see that pure blonde is now being applied. We're going to blur on the ends and continue to work in the same manner, cherry picking and laying the wanding on top, flowing through the back and the sides. We have now completed our entire application of the cherry picking and the surface balayage wand using the pure blonde with 40 volume and one shot, just to take extra care of her curly texture. We separated each layer with cellophane, and now it's going to process. Now that you have seen the overall finish of our curls model here, you can see how the cherry picking and the surface balayage wand really decorates that curly haircut perfectly. That pure blonde lifted on tone, so we didn't even have to use a toner. Instead, every curly haired guest deserves a 00 color clarity shine treatment, or Basu shine with 7 volume over top, just for that beautiful shine and reflection. So for surface curls coloring, we've maintained the integrity of her curl pattern and really allowed those curls to reflect on all the curves and the bellies.
Hi, my name is Trumbull, core artist with Surface Hair. We're here at the ABS show and we are prepping our beautiful curls model here. We've done the curls bake, and to follow as we layer with our products, we want lots of volume on that stage, but you want lots of volume at home too. That's where we introduce the jump mousse. I applied by sectioning out and spraying directly on the scalp. I've manipulated and massaged that in. My second step, I'm just going to switch products here, is our Curls Firm Mousse. This is where the structure comes from. We want to apply this from ends up into the mid shaft. See how even in my hands it has all this structure? Visualize that is what's creating that beautiful S pattern. So I'm going to come in from the ends up, and I'm just going to place that and scrunch it in to her hair, walking all the way around the head. Don't be shy with this product. We really, really want to encourage that curl pattern, that nice S shape. Surface Firm is really where it's at. The next step we'll be doing is our Zero Gravity Diffuse. Now we'll begin our Zero Gravity Diffuse. Please help guide your guest. She's going to want to lift, she's going to tilt to the left, and you're going to diffuse. You're going to drop that hair right into the bucket of that diffuser. Same with the back and over to the other side. Go ahead and lean slightly. The less we touch the curls, the better. We really want that firm mousse and the bucket diffuser to be doing all the work for us. You have it on high heat, low flow. Just finished with our Zero Gravity Diffuse. She has this gorgeous curl, and that Surface Curls Firm Mousse really, really helped encourage that S pattern. Hot tip, after you've finished with your low and hot flow of your bucket diffuser, go ahead and speed up the blow dryer and add the cool air. That's going to seal that cuticle down, add a little bit more shine into her hair. Now if you come in a little bit closer, I'm going to have our model turn to the left. You can really see this gorgeous curl, awesome shine. Those glycoproteins in there came in and created a curl cast around the hair. It's not crunchy. We have no synthetic plastics within our curl products. It's firm. And to break up that firm, we're going to use our Curls Cream Wax. Putting a little bit on my hand here. We're going to emulsify it, and then again we're coming up from the ends, pressing it, squeezing it into the curls. This is the product that's going to break that curls cast that we created, creating soft, touchable, beautiful anti-frizz curls all day long. Come over to the other side, doing the same thing from the bottom up. Melt that Curls Cream Wax right into these gorgeous curls.